What's up, guys? Do you know what this is? It's my ARB port. And guess what? Guess who got back with us on the failed ARB control switch? Remember when I told them that I was going to report that to you guys on YouTube and then all of a sudden that changed their tune? Well, I got a box. Let's check it out. So, let's check it out. Oh, so these are the things we got to get installed pretty soon, but look is what's right there, ARB. So, they actually stood by what they said after I told them I was going to report the information of the failure to ARB, it being brand new in the box, and that they weren't going to support it. But then lo and behold, I got in the mail a brand new box, so let's open it up and see what's inside. So, you guys remember when I was going to do this, and I was super excited about it. Packing slips. It's from actual ARB. So you guys knew I thought it was a game changer because, again, remember everything we do and I try to teach on this channel is about ease and speeding up the process and stuff. Not for just us, but because a lot of times we have our wives and kids and whatever, and so the air down and air up process is such a pain in the butt, right? So if anybody's been watching the channel long enough, you'll see how I have the ARB airport and stuff set up on my Bronco because I felt like the people pulling over and doing all this stuff, like opening their hood and cooking, connecting all those things, was just bananas to me. When you can do a little bit of work, and ARB even provides the parts that you can do a remote mount, why you wouldn't do it? So that was a process. Quad airing up and airing down is a process. So anyway, this was just the manifestation of that took it to a whole nother level. You literally, this is what happens now if it works conceptually. I roll up, hook up my 4 cables to it, plug it in, open my app telling it what I want it to, whether it's airing up or airing down. I just select the pressure and I walk off, literally. And then when it's done, it'll even audibly sound and say, hey, I'm done airing up or airing down. So I walk back, disconnect, and I'm done. It's not a bunch of walking around checking every tire and constantly walking up to the front. I've got a speed plate system, quad system, and you constantly have to walk back up to the front, shut the valve, and see what the pressure is. I wouldn't have to do that. This thing will do it all for you. And so, we talked about it before on a big trip, 7 to 11 day trip. I guarantee you, I have 37s. You're going to spend almost an entire day airing up and airing down if you were to take them all and add them together. The time taken is to find a place to pull off, air them all down, air them all back, put your stuff up, take it out. I guarantee it's a day. So this was supposed to be revolutionary for it, right? And unfortunately, we had a failure right out of the box. Now, on that video, and it'll be linked here somewhere before, you'll see that I actually reach out to them directly and communicate and actually get an actual tech to call me back. We go over it, troubleshoot it, tell them what it is, and the tech identifies the problem as he believed it was the control mind, the brain part of it. And so, basically what he said was, let me connect you back with sales and the management people and see what they want to do. They connected me back over and they basically weren't going to do anything. Because it was bought by a second party, a third party, through Amazon, but one of their affiliated stores, they weren't going to value their product for a warranty. And again, it was brand new, guys, and I think it only been about, I can't remember, but it's in the original video, a few weeks from the time I had purchased it to the time we did the install. Well, it failed right off the bat. The valves would not open up properly. Well, the next guy in line that I got in touch with, I just said, well, that's funny because I have a small YouTube channel and I like to promote things. And ARB is a product that I like to promote. I think all their bumpers are great. I think they're heavy and stuff like that, but I think their products are incredible. And so I was disenlightened and disheartened by the fact that he wasn't willing to do anything for me. So I just said, well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put this in my review on my YouTube channel and it's gonna say ARB failed. Well, through that process, ends up being that The guy gets super upset with me on the phone, puts me on hold, goes to talk to somebody, and next thing you know, this is in the mail. So this is the air compressor control unit, and it's simply just like the one we got the first time. But guess what? It's got a new brain module. So I'm assuming this is going to be a full install. If you want to see a fully install, go watch the original video. But this is just, I'm just going to quickly swap out the brain and then plug it in and bring out the force tire system and then see what it does, right? Let's get to it. Oh! One thing is, so I don't want to hear it from you guys because I'll hear it. But since the install, I've gotten the body panels and all this stuff done, and I don't have a hood stand for it. So yes, I'm going ghetto, but this is going to be my hood stand. So I don't want to hear it from you guys laughing at me while I'm doing this. Supposedly the brackets are on their way so that I can install the hood struts again. Okay, so my system's right here. It's super easy. It's one plug. I'm going to disconnect it, cut the zip tie, and that's it. So let's get it on a time lapse. Okay, so you can see how it works. This goes out to my port. Here's the dual compressor. Here's the line that goes into the manifold. Here are the pressure switches and valves. And then this is where the brain is that I just replaced. So theoretically, what happens is you power this unit on, this manifold can control pressure, right? So it turns on, sees the pressure, you plug in here, whether it's a single cable, you can run a single cable or a tool or whatever, you just make those changes on your app to tell it what you want it to do. Whether it's controlled by the pressure control unit or whether it's just output. And if it's just output, it just runs through and leaves everything open and gives direct pressure to the valve. So I don't know, you're using your blowgun or you're using a power tool or excuse me, an air tool, whatever. But generally you have it on the control pressure valve because the PCM is what controls it. So theoretically all you do is plug it in, and so now instead of controlling, you know, the tank on and on and off, on off, on off, on off, now you literally hook up your four tire inflation system or single tire inflation system, hook it up to it, open the valve, and tell it what you want the desired pressure, and that's pretty simple. So you open the app, click which one you want, and then that's it. Pretty easy. Okay, so now I'm gonna get, just a caveat. So midway in the video, like, share, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Also, I have a SpeedFlate air system that's used, that I've used, that I'm gonna give away. So somebody in the comments, hop in there, and if you know the name of my trailer, that dude right there, if you know his name, I'll pick one of the winners and I will send it to you. If you guys will send me some information, DM me, I'll pick a winner and then we'll send it. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of that dude and I have a new one to replace it, and I'll kind of explain why in another video. But it's used, it all works perfectly, and you'll see here in a second, but I'm gonna be getting rid of it. So if you'll do that in the comments below, one of you guys will get it. Let's check it out. So, here it is. The bag is kind of messed up, but it's still in perfect shape. Here it is. It's a 4-tire inflation system. So, it's pretty simple. So in the field, the normal thing you would do would be, or I would do, is simply take this out, hood shut, take this out and I plug into here. Done, okay? And then you simply run it to each one of the tires. Now, I guess for all intents and purposes, we'll go ahead and hook it up the right way, right? Let's do that. All right, so you can see we're all hooked up, all the tires are hooked up, and what we're gonna do is this is a pretty simple way to do it. I've got a switch right here for mine. And so now you can hear it on. We're gonna open this valve to let air pass through the system. And then, let's see, I think it's set at 39 right now, so it's telling us we're a little bit below. So we're gonna go here to ARB. We're gonna hit OK. We're gonna try to connect to the PCM. It's connected. Okay, so you can see right now it's trying to level the weight, the air pressure in the system. But we're gonna do something different. Okay, so what we did is we just changed it from air up to deflate. So you can see our current pressure is 36 and our target pressure is 13. So it's actually working, guys. So that tech knew what he was talking about, and it was that control module. And so now what it's doing is it's at one time, it's deflating all of these, okay? And without going into the controls of this app, you can set these right here. There's several of them, and you can set them for your desired modes. That's my street pressure, 37 PSI. This is my 13 PSI, and that's my 8 real low. I just have 3, so it just made sense, right? 13 is fire roads, just average stuff. When there's a lot of road chop, or say where there's a lot of, oh gosh, corrugations on the road, that 13 PSI just takes it all away. And then 8's for some serious crawling, or there's serious jagged rocks. But anyway, you can see it's working. It's doing what it needs to do. So imagine right now, I've pulled up, I've hooked my 4-tire system up, I've got the hood shut, and I hook it all up and I walk away. I've got it on my phone set, and so now it's gonna run all these tires at once, okay? And so that makes it really nice when you're talking about the fact that, guess what? Your friends are doing it one at a time, they're doing it 4 at a time, you know, however they're doing it. It makes it really easy to see why this system's a game changer, because now, if there's anything else I need to be doing, like making a snack, getting the missus something to drink, or making some changes, or looking at the map, I don't have to constantly come back here and see, this is indicative of these. The battery is dead, and it's always dead. They're always dead, because inherently in the bags, they get touched, they get turned on. But either way, what I used to do is just carry some extra AAA batteries in the bag itself that carries them, so I could change it out if they were dead. But again, you're constantly coming back, and how you check the system is you close this valve and hit function, and it'll show you the current pressure they're at. And so you continuously do that over and over and over again, and that's what I was trying to avoid. Now, you can see what I was talking about the ease of this system. I'm not kidding you. This will change the game now that it's working. And so, the neat thing about it is you can come right here, and while if it's free, I do a lot of camping in the winter, and so it's snowing and it's super cold, and I'm sitting out there next to a tire, my fingers barely work, and trying to make it work. Not anymore, guys. I'm gonna hop out and hook it up and dial it on my phone, and then when I'm done, it'll make an audible sound, and I'll know to hop out, not continuously and over again, hopping out to check. You guys know what I'm talking about. And if you can't winter camp, and I mean winter camp, I was in Telluride, Colorado on New Year's Eve. So, and I was camping. There's you can go look at shorts. I've got shorts of it. I've got camping videos of it. But I specifically camp in the winter on purpose because I love it. But the conditions are cold, and so anything you can mitigate to get out of the cold, you should, and adversely the heat too. It's super hot here in Texas in the summer, and where we go camp and stuff like that in Big Bend and in Texas and eastern New Mexico, super hot. So this is huge. And again, don't forget, I'm gonna give this system away. So all the comments, everybody find the name of that trailer, enter it in the comments, and then I'm gonna pick one lucky person. I'll get a hold of you, and then basically I'll send it to you for free. Pretty good deal. So I'll let you guys check it out while I was doing this business. Let's open it up here. super secret. So right here you see all 4 tires right now are at 26 PSI and their target pressure is 13. So I just kind of chill out and wait for it to do its thing. All right, you'll have to forgive me. It took a second, and I've got the fans on. It's kind of warm in here, but let me check this out. So it's met the pressure like it was supposed to, and I mean, how cool is that? Like it actually works, right? Check it out. So there's my target pressure, there's the desired pressure, and it's now stopped. You can hear it. It's no longer letting air out. So now, in theory, we hop out of the truck, unconnect all the hoses, put our valve stem covers back on, throw this back in the bag, back in the box, and we're out of there. And you can see all of them have a nice good lip on them. And they're all done. They're all done uniformly. So you can see they're all squatted down. That's 13 PSI on those 37-inch bead locks. Those are the Netto Trail Grapplers. Great tire. Anyway, so there we are. So now the neat thing about this is, so let's do it in reverse, right? Let's do it as if it's now air up time. So I just got here, we're now going to street pressure, and I will have to start the Bronco because obviously everybody knows these dual compressors suck that voltage down. But so I've hooked it all up and I'm ready to go, right? So now, look. So there we are, 37 PSI, that's our target. And of course right now we're at 14 PSI across the whole system. So let me get this Bronco started and let it go through the air process. Oh, baby. Here we go, let's check it out. Here it is, it stopped. Compressor's done, 37 and 37. And I also want to tell you guys, this thing is pretty accurate too. So you can kind of trust it, you know what I'm saying? You never know with these gauges. I spent forever looking for gauges and stuff, and you can see it, 37, 37, 36, and the other one's just one of those anomalies that reads funny. Once you drive it, it'll be accurate. But yeah, there you go, guys. I think the system works, man. I think it's awesome, and I think it's a heck of a kit to add to what you do. If you do this a lot, and you go camping a lot, and you go wheeling a lot, I think this would help. Because again, you could set it up, let it go, and forget about it, right? So ARB, thank you for getting this corrected. It is a great piece of kit. And guys, if you like it, check it out, go buy it. I'm gonna put it in the descriptions below. There'll be a link for it. You can click on it, it'll take you right to it, and you can buy it. I would, and I do endorse it. So it's got some little quirks, but other than that, I mean, it really will help. So thanks for sticking around, thanks for checking it out. Don't forget, somebody's gonna win this Speedflate 4-tire inflation system. So it's used, but it's still in good shape, and it'll still work for years to come. So comments down below, what's that dude's name? And then out of the winners, I'll pick it, and then I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching.